Welcome back. If you saw my post from the other day, you're gonna know what this video is about. We have Nick's sled here. We have a bulkhead there. We gotta replace it. He smoked a rock in Colorado a couple weeks ago. So we gotta jump on getting this done because he's got a family ride coming up. Yeah, so I've never done this before. I have an idea how to do it. So we're gonna see what we can do on this together. So get this sled up on the stand. We'll start changing out this bulkhead. I'll probably do a time lapse of most of it. So I'll do breaks in there where I talk about stuff, but yeah, everything else is kind of on hold while we get this done. So I'll get it on the stand and get going. All right, so I've got this tore apart. We're getting my first look at the crack that Nick said wasn't that bad. But if you can see, there's my hand. So this is getting worse just on 2 rides. So yeah, this needs to be replaced. So anyways, here I put a flashlight underneath it so you can see the crack a little better. Yeah, he cracked it and then he wrote it twice. So yep, guess when you break a bulkhead you got to replace it. Crack a bulkhead. Anyways, so talking to the guys, this part here that we're replacing, or that piece there, there is called the S module for a suspension module. The one behind it is the E module, or engine module. Maybe everybody knew that. I didn't. So yeah, looks like we're gonna have to pull the turbo, all that stuff off. Anyways, we'll keep going. That's what we're changing out. So just looking, first thing I think I'm gonna do, just so I have more room, I'm gonna take this piece off, the nose cone off. And then I'll take the suspension off. I don't know, maybe suspension would be better. No, nose cone first. I've unbolted the bumper here and here. I'm gonna leave the bumper hooked on and just try to take this whole thing off. Trying to take as little off as I can. So I think if I remember, all right, front, I don't know what you want to call that. Suspension, front nose cone is off. I have to run inside now, but next I'm going to take the steering post out and start poking around, seeing what else we have to take off. Yeah, looks like we're going to have to remove turbo, some parts of the oil tank. Okay, well, yeah, we'll get it figured out. But yeah, that's kind of where we're at now. It looks kind of crazy like this, doesn't it? But that was a lot of progress, I think, for just now. Yeah, I'll be on it. Well, for you, it's gonna seem like I'm on it right now, but I gotta run in. So, all right. Thanks for sticking around. for me so I can see how things go together. So it looks like this is gonna have to come off. Again, guys, I'm doing this for the first time. This is gonna have to come off and this hose is gonna have to be pulled off from here. These are drain hoses, I think. Okay, so this is gonna have to come off. These are all gonna have to be pulled out. So it looks like it goes to this tank. And it goes clear, dark. Let's go up here. We have turbos hooked on. Okay, well. Okay, well. Guess I'm gonna start with this down here and this over here. Get that figured out. Okay, this came off. I did have to loosen the oil tank, and then I was able to take this off. I had to take all the bolts off for the side panel piece here. And that came off. So this side I think is free other than, oh, yep, now it's free. Okay, pyramid bolt out. I did have to undo the turbo, and it's just kind of sitting on here. I'm just editing this video, and I found out since there is supposed to be a bolt going through the turbo to hold it onto the S module. I don't know what has happened to that or what Nick's done with it. So just know there's a bolt that holds the turbo to the S module. This coolant line I had to take off, and I just tried to plug it, kind of plugged it. Did need to take off this hose for the turbo line. I had to take off the coolant bottle so I could get to the bolt back here. That hold these. There's a rod like this on the other side. I don't know if you can see it. There's a rod like this on the other side. So now I am going to what am I gonna do now? I guess I'm gonna drill out all these rivets and start unbolting the bulkhead from down here. I think that's what's kind of holding it on. There's this I need to pop out. I'll pop that out. The computer's unhooked. So yeah, I'll pull that out, unbolt it, or drill these rivets, unbolt it, and then hopefully the bulkhead will just come right out. All right, the bulkhead is off, or the S module. So you'd have to unplug this hose and this hose. Came off of there. This one went to there. Anyways, not too bad. Getting it back in might be tricky. Yeah. Anyways, so I'm going to pull this off the rest of the way. Or, I mean, not pull it off. I'm going to start putting the next one back on. So, but yeah, kind of crazy. The looks cool. Cool. I said that weird. Cool. All right, I'll get to it. All right, the new one is on, not in. I mean, I have the pyramid bolt on. I don't have the bolt on it yet. I put a couple of bolts in the bottom. You got the turbo sitting back up. So I'm just gonna keep putting stuff back together. Yeah, it's not too bad. Well, hopefully. Well, we'll see. I haven't gotten to I haven't run into anything that's been too bad yet. So, yep, we're just gonna keep plugging away and hopefully have it done soon. All right, the bulkhead's back on. Now I'm just kind of reattaching everything. There was one nut that I couldn't figure out where it went for a long time because I put the top bolt in for the pyramid frame up here. And I had forgotten that I hadn't put the nut on because I had to run to a doctor's appointment. And anyways, figured that out. Everything's going back together. I'm going to have to get new clamps for this coolant hose going from the turbo down. I'll get that. I'll get some new coolant, some new clamps for that. But yeah, anyways, just putting the stuff back together, basically just in reverse of what I did. So really it's just taking a lot of stuff apart. I don't know, if you don't feel comfortable, take it to your dealer for sure. There's a lot of things that have to come off and go back on. But yeah, I'm just chipping away here. Hopefully I'll have this put back together. I won't have the front clip put on probably tonight. I'll do that tomorrow. It's pretty late, so I'm gonna head in, but I just wanted to get the stuff that I could forget how it went back together. I want that back on. So right now, oh, look how organized I was too, by the way. Look, I put everything down, wrote where it came from, put the nuts and bolts there. These ones I didn't because I knew where they'd come from, but yeah. So, yeah, I organized everything really nice. So all this stuff, I know where it goes back on here. So we're just gonna, I just have a couple things I'm kind of wanting to finish up before I go in tonight. But yeah, going back together. All right, steering post is in, handlebars are on, intake tubes on. What else? What am I saying here? Yeah, tie rods are on. Next, I need to put on the boots, but I need, my rivet gun's broken, so I'm gonna have to go get one. So I'm gonna do that tomorrow because next is putting on the nose cone. Although, I wonder if I put on the... Anyways, I was thinking about putting on the pipe beforehand because it's tough to get in there, but it'll be really hard to get that on. So, the other thing I need to do is cut off that little bracket there. I'm either going to have to get bolts or more rivets for that. And then throw the A-arms on. So, almost done with this sucker. But not almost done. I've probably got a few hours left of work, but I made a lot more progress than I thought I would on this today. So this isn't the end of this video, but it's the end of tonight because it's 9 o'clock and I need to go in and wrap some Christmas presents. So working on putting the nose cone on. One thing I've learned and just remembered, you really need to get these rivets in here before you put any of this suspension on. Otherwise, you can't get the rivet gun in there. So I'm just gonna throw those rivets in. But yeah, just kind of slowly putting this back together. I'm gonna put the last couple of rivets in, and then I'm going to bolt everything, or I'm gonna start putting the suspension, front suspension back on. And then once that's on, we'll get back to you, kind of talk about it then. But yeah, it's going together pretty well. Just a lot of rivets. I did get, oh yeah, show you this. I picked this up. Works great. I think it's better than the air riveter, maybe. But I don't have to have a air hose to it, so that's nice. Anyways, yep, getting back to this. Okay, I put the steering post in before I put these clamps on to the onto this coolant line, and that was kind of a mistake. So I'm having to take the steering post back off so I can get the tool in to clamp them, to pinch them down. So anyways, I'm gonna pull this out and do that. It'll only take a minute, so I'll get back to you after that. Well, after that, I'm gonna put the pipe in, hook up all the electrical, hook back up. So this side of the bumper's not on because there's that little electrical connector that comes off with the pipe that goes on there. But yeah, after that, it's pretty much just put the pipe on, put the hood back on, and it's good to go. All right, the clamps I got from Skidoo, this hose is hard to get off. And I can't get the pliers in there, so I went and bought just some regular hose clamps. They're in my pocket here. So I'm just gonna use these instead. So I'm gonna pull those off, throw these on, and we'll get going. All right, the sled is back together. Big project. On video, it probably didn't seem like that much, but took me a while to do. So thanks for coming. Videos every Wednesday and Saturday. Maybe changing that up soon, doing a few more. We'll see. But appreciate everybody being here, and we will keep doing builds. We've got a build there to do, a build there to do, some stuff I might do to my sled, and we've got that guy that will come up later, but then the 440, that video will come out. We're going to start doing some stuff with that. So stick around, subscribe if you haven't, to follow us for more cool stuff. Thanks.